release it, and then the kid falls off and cries, and it's like the best thing you'll ever see. I highly recommend going to rodeos. They're endless amounts of fun. I was looking at the news. I read the news. No big deal. On Yahoo, and I saw a story about this. You probably heard about this woman in Oregon who she killed herself. She was a proponent of assisted suicide. She was terminally ill. She just didn't want to put up with the treatment. It's a big story. It's a national story. Has a lot of implications. But Yahoo decided it would be a good idea to convey this information to me with a headline that read, "Sick Woman Dies." Really, Yahoo? I think there's more to that story than you're letting on, because that shit happens every day. So I went on the website, I went through all their, started scrolling through all their stories. I wanted to see if it was a trend, and it was, unfortunately. I opened up this one. I thought it was a fluff story. The headline was, "Dog Drives Truck." Alright, I opened it up. Into a crowd of people. Oh my god, that's a terrible story. Apparently this golden retriever got behind the wheel of a Mack truck, flipped the e-brake on, and started rolling downhill. Unfortunately, it was right next to a sheet metal factory and crushed 6 workers whose families loved and depended on them for financial security. It's a chaotic story. The dog blew a .09 on the scene. It was just terrible. I mean, is there a God? I don't know, Yahoo. These are the sort of stories you can't dilute with a headline like that. See, it seems like a lack of journalistic integrity. Alright, people, we're back. You need to shut up now. Get your Ghiblies. Get your Ghiblies and move on. I hate that my phone knows how fat I am. I had a one-night stand recently, which I know is hard to believe with the lead-in to that joke, but I can lie my way to a blowjob every now and then. But I sort of liked the girl I did it one night, so I sent her a text the next day, and I was like, "Hey, you really messed up my sheets last night," which nailed it on that text message, by the way. She was got that. She's like, "I definitely want to suck on his drunk dick later, and I'm not concerned about him waiting outside my house." But as I was typing it out, I was like, "You really messed up my sheets." And my phone was like, "Did you mean to spell sheets S-H-E-E-T-Z? No. And I know I'm self-aware enough. I know that I wasn't like texting a friend and be like, "Hey, I gotta fill up on gas at Sheets, but I'll make your place soon." It was probably like me texting my therapist, be like, "I saw that my ex posted on Facebook feeling happy with an emoticon that pissed me off. Don't my bitch ex be happy? I don't understand people's motivations and actions. I say sarcastic things so people laugh, but I'm actually mean them in real life. I don't know, I'm lost and confused. Fuck it, I'm gonna go binge at Sheets on the schmappetizer sampler." I was in Mexico recently. There's some surprising things about Mexico, obviously. And it wasn't like I wasn't like real Mexico. I wasn't like Guadalajara. I wasn't like Cancun with a Real World cast. I was. Is that Real World? Or is that? Yeah, that's Real World, isn't it? Is there any MTV fans here? Yeah. So, but there's some surprising things. Honestly, the most surprising thing was I didn't take a shit for 2 days. That was the most. I thought there'd be 3 constants in Mexico. 1, the people be really warm and welcoming. They were. 2, I'd just be eating delicious Mexican food every day, all day. And 3, in turn, that delicious Mexican food made me shit like 10, 12 times a day. I don't know how many times a day, but that's just how it was, you know? Only didn't even shit until the second day. The other surprising thing is, it's not surprising if you go to a rural area, but they don't flush their toilet paper there. When they wipe, they throw it into a trash can right next to the toilet. That's not that surprising. What was surprising was every toilet had that like dyed blue water. It's like if you're gonna like stack your shit, just don't like put on the lipstick. Like, oh no, it's a pretty clean bathroom with blue water. This bathroom is fine. And some people, when they go to like different places, you know, they're like, I didn't really like feel like I was in Jamaica until I smoked weed with the dude with dreads, or like, I really didn't feel like I was in Disney World until I was sexually assaulted by Mickey Mouse, you know? But like, I knew I was in Mexico pretty quickly when I was like showering outside, like using part of a cactus as like a soap, like trying to kick a rooster out from getting in the shower with me. Not rude. It's like, hey man, I'd be more inclined to let you into the shower if I thought you actually needed it. But you have plumage that actually cleanses itself through a series of oil excreted through your skin. Don't bullshit me, dog. I know how that shit works. The rooster was fucking annoying, man. It kept trying to get in. Shut up. Get the fuck out of here. I haven't shit yet. No, I haven't fucking shit yet, rooster, alright? At first, I wasn't that concerned about it. I chalked it up to travel anxiety, but now I'm starting to be legitimately concerned about my colorectal health. You know what? Fuck you, rooster. I was gonna let you in here because I was tired of staying on one leg. But now, you need to fucking get out of here, rooster. The best part about that joke is I found a rooster that speaks English in Mexico. What are the chances? Alright, we're gonna get back to the regular comedians here. Up next, a very funny lady. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Rosy.
Hello, friends. How is everyone tonight? I have to yell because I can't fucking hear anything over the back part of this restaurant. Thank you very much. Actually, a word about the audience tonight. A lot of the other comedians, I noticed, have been calling them sluts. Pretty offended by that, actually. Not because that's sexist, but because sluts are fun. The people in the back of the room are not sluts. The people in the back of the room are micro dicks. So stop being an unfuckable cunt and shut the fuck up. Recently, and it's corporate. I know that's kind of unusual hearing, you know, what just came out of my mouth, but I'm supposed to be professional and whatnot. It's a completely new environment for me because I'm used to working in restaurants, and it's also new to me because everybody that I work with is a dude. Like, there are no other girls that work at my job, and that doesn't make me uncomfortable. But that definitely makes the guys that I'm working with uncomfortable. They're like, oh my god, we gotta keep PC. She's gonna get all offended about shit. And, you know, for the first couple of weeks, they started trying to, like, push the envelope a little bit, trying to see how far I can go with stuff. The other day, one of our younger employees started telling jokes. And he was telling sex position jokes. He was listing, you know, all the ones that you've probably heard. Dirty Sanchez, everybody knows that one. But he told me one that I hadn't heard of, Angry Dragon. For those of you that don't know, an Angry Dragon is when you come in a girl's mouth and then smack her in the back of the head so that the jizz will come out of her nose. And she'll look like an angry dragon. So naturally, I was totally offended. This is a completely sexist environment. And instead of, you know, pointing it out or trying to report these guys, I decided that maybe I would come up with some PC sex position that everybody could enjoy. Would you guys like to hear them? I thought so. Okay, first sex position, Mr. Clean. That's what I call a guy that after you both climax, goes down on you and cleans that cream pie up till it's sparkles and shines. If he's quick at it, I call him Bounty, the quicker big brother. The next is the Jolly Green Giant. That's what I affectionately call men that have slept with my mother because they're usually fat and unbeknownst to them, they now have the stiff. The Stuck Pig. That's when you make love to your guy with a strap on while banjo music plays in the background. It's my precious nose. Yes, exactly like that. Many times. I've done it many times. The next is the secret selfie. That's when you accidentally roofie yourself. And lastly, in tribute to my guys at work, I have come up with the Angry Baker. That's when your partner takes a taste of that precious custard pie, and it's a little yeasty. It's like, yeah. So Shakespeare, right? I love it. But what I don't love about Shakespeare is that everybody tries to make Shakespeare like it's still relevant. Like you could place it in any setting or anything like that. Shakespeare is not, you can't easily place like today's society in Shakespeare plays. I think that a couple theater teachers in high school have done their best and tried, but they really can't. If you were true to Shakespeare and tried to do that, they would sound something like Romeo and Juliet would just turn into a tragedy because they'd just be forced to work in fast food for the rest of their life. Hamlet would be a 30-year-old still living in his mom's basement. And Othello would take place in Ferguson and still no one would know what's going on. It's Christmas time, everyone! Aren't we all joyful? Not me! But not because of Christmas. I actually have, it's just, winter gets me down. Especially in December when everybody's trying to be all excited and there's crowds of people in every department store and it's just kind of hard to deal with. And everywhere you go, all of these Christmas songs, the same Christmas songs are playing everywhere. Finally, in my sad, pathetic mind, I start changing the words. It's the most wonderful time for seasonal affective disorder and depression. Jingle bells, suicidal thoughts all day. I'll be home in therapy for Christmas because of my family. Here comes menopause, here comes menopause. So, it's really, especially Christmas is hard for me because of the crowds. It's really hard. I don't like big crowds. And it's not because I feel claustrophobic, but because there's always a bunch of assholes doing horrible things and you can't do anything. Recently, my husband and I were at a Christmas parade, and people were rude and horrible, and I couldn't just start yelling at them because we're just at a Christmas parade and there were like children everywhere, and I couldn't start yelling at them. So I took my vengeance in a more creative way, I like to think. I started farting on everyone. And then I got even more creative and started playing a game that I made up for myself called Christmas Bingo. That's, I'll give you the scorecards after the show. You can play yourselves. I'll let you know some of the tickets that I've gotten recently. It's all about farting on people, right? So far, I've gotten 8 grumpy grannies, 7 slosh Santas, 6 stone salesmen, 5 autistic teens, 4 kinky couples, 3 bitter Jews, 2 double trannies, and the prom queen in the Christmas parade. That's my set, guys. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Rosy, yeah. Bring in some holiday cheer. Our next comedian, he actually